Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another GTA Online video. So, following on from the previous video we uploaded on how to load things into a Titan, I figured it was worth putting together a guide on what you should and should not put into the back of it, especially considering online is now a lot more stable, so this is probably something that you're going to want to try. So I thought you might want to bear in mind there are certain things you probably shouldn't put in the back of a Titan. So, if you do find this helpful, as always, don't forget to show your support by hitting that like button, but otherwise let's jump straight to it. So if you haven't already seen it, we have already put up a video on how to load things into the back of a Titan, so I'll drop a link to that in the description down below, or also put it in an annotation in the top corner. But following on from that, as I said, there are a few things you want to bear in mind, because although in theory you could put whatever you want in the back of it once you open the door, there are certain things you probably shouldn't, because the long and short of it is, certain things will cause the Titan to explode. You'd think a massive aeroplane like that would be extremely robust and extremely powerful, but in actual fact I'd probably go as far as to say it's the most fragile vehicle in the entire game, because the slightest thing will set it off, and then if the engine is set on fire then it's game over. So starting from the top, okay, if you open the back door you can see that it's clearly got seats on either side, which means it's not really wide enough for a car. So that immediately crosses that off the list. Do not, whatever you do, try and put a car in the back, because A, it won't fit anyway, and B, if you do, then it's going to sort of like clip into the plane, cause it to set on fire, and as I said, the plane will then explode. So cars are a no-go. So next up, you're going to think, alright, if I can't put a car in, what about things like motorbikes, quad bikes, mopeds, things like that? Now, technically yes, they will fit. However, again, you probably want to steer clear. It seems to be tied towards the kind of collision boxes, because certain vehicles, like things like quad bikes, mopeds particularly, their collision box, when you sort of go in the back of the Titan, it tends to sort of play havoc, and then you'll find that once you're in, it'll start clipping around, and then before you know it, again, the engines will be on fire. So while they do actually fit, and you can quite feasibly drive them up the ramp, drive them in and close the door, again, I'd ignore it. I think also the other thing you want to bear in mind is, technically anything that's got an engine could well set light, and you don't really want anything to set light inside the Titan, so in that respect, I'd steer clear from that. So again, quad bikes, motorbikes, or mopeds, probably not. So what does that leave? Well, that pretty much leaves bicycles, or BMXs, or whatever you want to call them. They are probably your best bet because they're quite small, you can actually get them in the back. They don't have an engine, so they're not going to set light, and in turn that means they shouldn't realistically set the Titan on fire. Having said that, you do still want to be careful because there are a few issues online regarding sort of sync between different players. So one time we did this, it looked like the back door for the Titan was open on my screen, but then on 269's screen it was actually closed, so then it ended up me clipping into the plane, and then it caused the whole same problem again. But provided you're synced up correctly, then yes, a bicycle is probably your safest bet, because as I said, it's not got a large collision box, it's not really going to clip into things, and it's not going to set a light. And then after that you just got people, and that's obviously a given, people, you can walk in the back of it, do whatever you want, you can sit down, and obviously if you're actually flying in the Titan and you're a passenger and you press B, you look around the kind of cargo bay anyway, so you see that that's where you're sitting. So they are probably the safest things to do. Again, as I said, you are welcome to do whatever you want, but the thing you want to bear in mind is Titans are notoriously difficult to get online, they are rare to spawn, they're a pain to get out, and if you do manage to get one out alive, you probably want to take care of it, so I would sincerely recommend avoiding putting in cars, quad bikes, mopeds, motorbikes, and just stick to bicycles and people. Anyway, that's about it really, there's not really much else you need to take into account, so hopefully you found this helpful, and as always, if you did, don't forget to like and share the video, it does really help me out, and obviously don't forget to subscribe. Also, don't forget to stay tuned to the Arex Gaming Twitter and Facebook for all your updates throughout the week, and thanks for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.